Hello and welcome Crypt Dwellers. Today we take a look at 5 lesser known werewolf films that I own on VHS. If you're tired of the same old answers of An American Werewolf in London, The Howling, Silver Bullet and Dog Soldiers as suggestions, let's go. Plucked from the archive first is SGE Home Video's 1988 release, Lone Wolf.
No! No! Please, no!
Didn't you hear that noise?
Come on, Julie. There's no one around here but us.
Lone Wolf is a low-budget horror film that combines werewolf and heavy metal themes. It follows Eddie, who has just moved to town and lives with his aunt and uncle.
It's time to change my style, huh? Got my hair to try some of this stuff you guys wear.
By day he goes to Fairview High School, but by night he rocks out as the lead singer in a heavy metal band.
I was always working while someone was playing the music they put in the ruts, it pays the bills is what they had to say. There was no fire in them anyway, that's not us.
Strange deaths have been occurring in the small town of Fairview, close to the high school, so Eddie teams up with fellow teens to figure out what is going on.
You really believe this werewolf shit? Yeah.
Where do we go from here? We could go to my house. Are you sure? It's Friday night. My parents are never home on the weekends. Or any other time for that matter.
Depending how you look at it, this film could be considered complete garbage or totally amazing. The acting is terrible, and the teens in the film look at least 35. The plot is often nonsensical and unbelievable, with the film's characters inputting data into a DOS computer to figure out how to kill the werewolf. But if you can switch off your brain and grab a few beers and some friends, this is one hell of a funny film. While the acting is borderline soap opera, the delivery and dialogue do offer up some charm and some laughs.
You want to do another 5 nights on the graveyard?
No, I don't want to do another 5 nights on the graveyard.
Okay then. And Kaminsky, get your feet off my desk.
The werewolf is not shown much in the film, but I feel they did a good job with the special effects. And the film also features some good practical gore effects. For the low-budget connoisseur, a definite watch.
And the winner is... Young man, you will leave the stage immediately.
What a bitch in costume.
How dare you raise your hand to me?
Up next is the 1990 colour box release,
Night Shadow.
Night Shadow follows the story of a TV newswoman, Alex, who upon returning to her hometown of Danford, discovers that things are not as they seem and that a strange man may have followed her from the city. Bodies are turning up mutilated, so Alex, her brother and the local sheriff band together to solve the murders. Not much screen time is given to the werewolf in the first 2/3 of the film, but the early parts do feature some funny dialogue and scenes with some entertaining martial arts action. The film is definitely a product of its time. While a little lacking in the gore department and in the werewolf transformation, the actual costume of the werewolf is fairly good. The film still manages to be an entertaining watch, but one that never really breaks from mediocrity. We delve further into the archive to find this oddity: Werewolf.
Look, it was just probably some jerk who saw me go back for my keys.
Let's just get out of here.
What the hell?
No, don't open the door!
What the hell is up there?
Oh.
Originally screened on Fox in 1987 to 1988 in America as a TV series, this 1988 UK VHS release by Entertainment in Video is actually the pilot episode. Werewolf aired in the UK on Sky 1 from 1989 to 1990. The story follows Eric Cord, whose roommate one night decides to tell him he is a werewolf and they must kill him with a gun loaded with silver bullets.
What, are you trying to tell me you had something to do with this?
Obviously Ted has to prove this to Eric and turns into the werewolf. A struggle ensues and Ted is killed, but not before biting Eric and passing on the curse. Eric, who jumps bail for the murder of his friend, must search for the originator of the werewolf bloodline to kill him and put an end to his transformations. The film boasts special effects by Rick Baker and features an interesting werewolf transformation and nice costume design. The acting is fairly solid in this one, but the film is a little slow and could have been a lot gorier. But it's worth a watch, and if you can locate the series, then give it a try. I don't think it was officially released on DVD, as a deal in 2009 broke down for Shout Factory to release it because of some music licensing issues. They wanted a soldier as hard as steel. They created a creature that could not be destroyed. Metal Beast! Released in 1995 by New Age Entertainment, Metal Beast was also known as Project Metal Beast in America. It centres around a special ops soldier, Donald Butler, who in 1974 is sent to an old castle to retrieve the blood of a werewolf. The government plan on using the blood to create a serum to produce an army of super soldiers. Growing frustrated with a lack of results, Butler decides to inject himself with the werewolf blood. Going into a frenzy, Butler changes into a werewolf and attacks the doctors. They bring Butler down with some silver bullets and cryogenically freeze his body. Fast forward 20 years and another team of scientists are looking into armoured skin and bonding metal alloy with human tissue. They get Butler's frozen body to experiment on, but remove the silver bullets lodged in his chest, unaware of the consequences. With his new formed metallic skin, Butler transforms into the metal-covered werewolf and goes on the rampage. The sci-fi twist to this werewolf cocktail is suitably welcome, with the film feeling like a nod to Ridley Scott's Alien.
The thing that matters to her is that substitute skin.
Nice gore effects feature in this one, with the creature and special effects provided by Friday the 13th Part 7's director, John Carl Buechler, and Kane Hodder, aka Jason Voorhees, even stars as the Metal Beast. The interesting concept and twist on the genre add to a compelling atmosphere, and while a tad slow in places, it's definitely worth a watch. Finally, we have the 1997 Warner home video release of Bad Moon.
Come here, you friggin' stupid dog. Nice doggy.
Bad Moon is based on the novel Thor by Wayne Smith and follows Ted Harrison, who harbours a dark secret. Whilst working as a photojournalist in Nepal, Ted was bitten by a werewolf. Upon returning home and trying to avoid the police, Ted decides to go and stay with his sister and nephew. Technically, the film is superb. The cinematography and locations used create a foreboding sense of isolation and intrigue. The characters really sell the film, and there is nice interplay between Ted and the family dog, Thor, who mark their territory as dogs and wolves do. Thor particularly is a standout in the film, as well as the special effects. Whilst there are not many gore scenes, those that are here are executed well. One gripe I do have with the film is Ted's werewolf transformation. Instead of a practical effect, they decided to use computer-generated effects, but it just doesn't work. Overall, Bad Moon is a big budget looking film, with good acting and great special effects. Give it a watch if you have not seen it. So that was 5 werewolf films you may or may not have seen. One thing's for sure though, these videos have some sweet artwork. If you have any suggestions of any werewolf films, please comment below, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, Crypt Dwellers, goodbye.
Squash!